What's up, peeps? Nick Battle, aka Nino's Corner, man. First off, if you like this content that is coming your way, hit that subscribe button, folks. It means a ton. Hit that like button. It means a ton. It helps me grow the channel a lot. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell, get every notification that comes from this channel straight to your phone. Also, folks, if you're not listening to this in the podcast platform and you're listening to this on a streaming platform, whether it is Google Play, Stitcher, Breaker, Apple Podcasts. Hey, like, comment, subscribe, share. It means a lot. Also, it helps me grow the channel immensely on that network as well. But, folks, today we are here to talk about the recent commitment of 2024 wide receiver Freddie Dubose Jr., 6 foot, 169 pounds, wide receiver from Schertz, Texas, class of 2024, the first wide receiver commitment that we have here in the 2024 cycle for the University of Texas. But folks, prior to us getting into his film, let's have a brief moment and go to our first and second sponsor. Support for the Ninos Corner podcast is brought to you by BetUS.com. Hey, folks, go to BetUS.com. Get yourselves a 125% sign up bonus using the promo code Ninos Corner at BetUS.com. Folks, that is free money. 125% sign up bonus. That means go place a bet on all your games. Go place a bet on all the fights, UFC, boxing, football, baseball, basketball. Place a bet and get yourselves a 125% sign up bonus, folks, at betus.com using the promo code Ninos. All right, folks, we're back, man. Hey, Freddie Dubose Jr., man, what do we like about him? He is a national top 183rd ranked player here in the country per the On3 industry ranking, the 28th ranked wide receiver here in the country, and the number 34th ranked player here in the state of Texas. He's from Smithson Valley High School, Schertz, Texas. Like I said, 6 foot, 169 pounds. He's a track star as well, too, folks. One thing that you're going to like about Freddie is that he is a verified track star. I think his most verified time, his fastest verified time in the 400, folks, has been I think 48.3 or 48.4 in the 400 meters, which is smoking. But he's saying that he's running 47.5, if I'm not mistaken, on his Twitter page. So hey, 47.5, and he said he has a laser 4.37. But last year, folks, we understand Freddie did tear his knee up last year towards ACL. But however, I got word from a little birdie that 6 months after the injury, he was giving folks the business. So 6 months after the injury, giving folks the business after a torn ACL. Man, what it feels to be young again, I guess. But look, man, for Sarkisian, for Coach Stark to come down and get a wide receiver this early in the cycle, knowing that he understands he is really in tune with his skill position players. He knows what he wants in a wide receiver and a running back, says a lot. Says a lot about the kind of player and the quality of player that Chris Jackson, the new wide receiver coach, wants. But yeah, let's go and just look at all the teams that has offered Freddie. Of course, Texas got him. UTSA, folks, was heavy on him, very heavy on him. Yeah, I mean, very heavy on him. Probably still are heavy on him. Great program ran down there by Jeff Traylor, and team, and they have turned out some great talent there. But to be able to steal him, not only from UTSA, but Texas A&M offered him, Tennessee, Baylor, Oregon, Penn State, Arkansas, Tech, Nebraska, Kansas, TCU, folks, Iowa State, Arizona State, Utah, SMU, Houston, Texas State. Folks, he has a who's list here also. Freddie Dubose Jr. is going to be a really good player. Like I said, if he wouldn't have torn his knee, folks, I'm going to be honest with you, he's probably a national top 100 player in the country, and we're seeing a lot we have a lot different perspective on this commitment. Folks, he is the real deal. I was kind of surprised Texas really pushed for the commitment right now. But, folks, I'm excited about it, to be honest with you. Support for the Ninos Corner podcast is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Go to Manscaped.com, get yourselves 20% off and free worldwide shipping using the promo code Ninos Corner at Manscaped.com. Again, 20% off and free worldwide shipping using the promo code Ninos Corner at Manscaped.com. Go to Manscaped.com, get yourselves the 4th generation trimmer called the Lawnmower 4.0. Manscaped, folks, is the best and below the waist grooming champions for all men, folks. So again, if you want their free worldwide shipping and that 20% off, go to manscaped.com, use the promo code NinosCorner, and hook yourself 6 foot, 170, 180-pound wide receiver with 4.3 speed, even after a torn ACL. I think this kid's going to be outstanding. You let him rehab the last year, let him rehab some of this year as well. He comes in and let's say he has a pretty good season here for a senior year. He's going to only increase in his rankings. It's going to be, like I said, I think it's going to finish out being at least a top 125, ranked player here in the country when all said and done, and stays at Texas and does great things, man. Comes in his freshman year and probably would not be expected to play right away because of the wide receiver talent that we had in the last cycle with a guy like Jonte Cook and, DeAndre Moore and Ryan Niblett. And, you couple that with guys who are already on campus and doing great things as well. But this is a guy who's going to rehab this previous year, rehab some this year, and come back, folks, outstandingly great. I think it's going to be outstanding, folks. But one thing that did ring a bell to me is in his commitment, on his Twitter page, folks. He said choosing Texas was not a 4-year decision. It is a 40-year decision. And as a Longhorn graduate myself, no kidding, it is a 40-year decision. When I decided to do this podcast platform, I was, friends with football players that played at Texas in 2005, and 5 on the national championship team. I was their RA, folks, like many folks, understand that I was their RA from '01 to '05, folks. So to be able to reach back and get guys like a Tim Crowder to come on my TV, show here on the podcast and be interviewed, to be able to get some of that reach back and talk to guys like George Walker, who's a really good friend of mine, that we talk behind the scenes a lot about different players and everything, and having me come to Under Armour camps with Vince Young and, and players of that ilk. To be able to reach back and have a cousin who is an NFL agent, I was able to reach back to some of the players that played on the national championship team and say, hey, my cousin's an agent and she might need some help and some guidance, folks, on just some things that were done right by you by agents and some things that were done wrong. Are you willing to talk to her? And I sent an email out to, an email and text out to some of my friends who were, in the league at Texas. And I tell you what, it was an immediate reach back. Guys like Terrell Brown hit me back. Jonathan Scott hit me back. Folks, I'm telling you, man, it is a network here at the University of Texas. I had an interview with DTD, so Dorian Tucker Dorsey, so Tuck. And Tuck said that he didn't even play the amount of snaps that he wanted to due to having some minor injury problems and things of that nature. But in his second career after sports, he is a real estate agent and he's getting articles written about him in Austin. And the reach back has been outstanding from Texas fans and, just the UT atmosphere and the community. They have embraced him as one of their own. And Tuck only played 1 year here, folks. So that shows you just the level of effort that the fans give to you, that the city of Austin, the culture here gives to you once you are an athlete. And so for him to make that statement, it is a 40-year decision, not a 4-year decision. I want to say outstanding. I'm glad you're thinking about that, Freddie, because it is. It is, man. It definitely is. We're a family here at Texas, and we're glad that we got you here at Texas. But folks, on that note, man, I got to end this podcast like I end all of them, man. Don't be afraid to fail. Outgrow your environment. Understand your brilliance. Nino's Corner, we're out. Horns always up. Hook them all day long.